Hi, my name is Nadine and I'm one of the lay ministers at St. Francis. And the word that I was given for my contribution to our Advent journey was the word go. So I have a confession to make. The first thing which sprang to mind was not, as you may have assumed, the well-known Great Commission found in the book of Matthew, namely to go and make disciples of all the nations. Sadly, it was something far more mundane and worldly, and I blame the lockdown for this. Because what sprang into my mind was,
go directly to jail.
Do not pass go and do not collect 2 million.
The word go features prominently in Monopoly, and yes, today I want to talk about Monopoly. As the girls said, you need to pass go to collect money each round, and then there is that very nasty policeman who loves to catch you and send you to jail. In the everyday lives that we lead, the word go also features a lot. We are constantly urged to be go-getters, to go further, go faster, go bigger, go better. So it's really a very disruptive, a difficult, and a harsh word. And like the players on the Monopoly board, we are running around ceaselessly, trying to pay mortgages, utility bills, make a living, support ourselves, and stave off bankruptcy. Like hamsters, we run and run endlessly on a wheel, always holding our breath until payday, that passing go moment that allows us to breathe for about 3 days until the bills start to pile up again. Players of Monopoly live in further fear of landing on the go-to-jail square, but in real life, we're already there, in this prison of our own making, the stressful, busy, and often empty lives that we have fashioned for ourselves. So, what does this bleak picture have to do with Advent, I hear you ask? Well, let's briefly look at how the word go is used in the Bible. In the Bible, the word can also be a challenging one. Think of God's words to Abraham.
Go for yourself from your land, from your relatives, and from your father's house, to the land that I will show you.
Promised land or not, this is a hard command, leaving all that is familiar, cherished, and loved to go towards the unknown in faith. And yet, is this not asked of all of us, too? God also uses the word go as an order. In Jeremiah, we hear,
because everywhere I send you, you shall go.
This is not a request, it's very definitely an instruction and a command. And God is even challenging us when He tells us to go and make disciples, and when He tells us,
as you come, proclaim the good news, the kingdom of heaven has come near.
So rewarding though all of this might be, proclaiming the kingdom and making the disciples is hard work. And yet, the word go in the Bible is also an expression of great love and comfort. God, like Ruth speaking to Naomi, also assures us,
where you go, I will go too.
And in Exodus, God reassures Moses.
And he said, my presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest.
So for me, one of the most beautiful things about God is that, unlike the relentless busyness of life, there where God moves, there can be great activity, progress, and growth in absolute stillness. And equally, there's great stillness in His movement and activity. And that is the crux for me of Advent. This is a time of great spiritual activity because we are preparing and making preparations for the coming of our Lord with prayer and with joy. But it's also a time of stillness and rest as we reflect on the great message of hope which this season is bringing to all of us. So there's an Advent character to the word go, in that it encompasses both the busyness and the stillness. For behind the Advent word go, when used by God, is always an Advent whisper of come. As God calls us to go forth, He's simultaneously beckoning us to come towards Him. just as He is coming towards us during this very beautiful season of Advent. So my hope for you is that in this time you will pause to reflect on the word go amongst other things. Where do you want to go in your Christian life? In the next minutes, hours, days, weeks, and years? And when the Lord asks,
Whom shall I send and who will go for us?
will you, like Isaiah, respond?
Here am I, send me.
So it is our hope, wish, and prayer for all of you this Advent that you may go in peace to love and serve God. Happy Advent.